Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back in the video today, and today we're going to be talking about the Houston Rockets potentially signing former Sacramento King Terence Davis for their last roster spot. I got to be honest, I still can't believe Terence Davis is still available. After the year Terence Davis had with the Sacramento Kings, shot amazing from three, averaged 7 points per game, 2 rebounds per game, was great defensively, averaging 1 steal per game. And played some great perimeter defense for this Kings team. Averaged 37% from three, and was a very good player for the Kings to have off the bench. Multiple nights he stepped up for them. I think he had multiple 20-point performances for the Kings, and I think he even had one 30-point performance. I think it was against the Sacramento. It was against the Brooklyn Nets. I think he had a big performance. He had like 30 points or something, I believe, or maybe it was 28. He had a big game against the Brooklyn Nets, and it was a TNT game. It was like the Kings' first TNT game in, I think, like almost 10 years or so. It was like their first TNT game in like 9 years or something like that. And he had a huge game for them, and they blew out the Brooklyn Nets, I believe. But Terence Davis, actually, funny enough, is a former teammate of the Houston Rockets' new starting point guard, Fred VanVleet. Terence Davis played the 2019-20 season with Fred VanVleet, and he played half of the 2020-21 season with VanVleet. He played 72 games and 4 starts with the Raptors in 2019-20 season, averaging 7.5 points per game with 3.3 rebounds per game, and he averaged a half a steal per game, and his 3-point percentage with that year with the Raptors was 39%. Then he got traded to the Kings in 2020-21 season because he played 34 games and 4 starts with the Raptors in the 2020-21 season, and he averaged 7 points per game with his 3-point percentage being with his 3-point percentage. Where is his 3-point percentage? His 3-point percentage is not here. Or no, 36%. So he did play with Fred VanVleet, current Houston Rocket, the new one of the newest Houston Rockets. Played with Terence Davis. So, actually, it's funny enough, a lot of the players that I think are candidates for the Houston Rockets' last roster spot, as the Houston Rockets still have one standard contract left. They have 14 standard contracts. They can have 15 going into training camp and 15 in the regular season as well. A lot of the candidates for the Rockets' last roster spot are former teammates of Fred VanVleet. Terence Davis, Will Barton, I believe Kent Bazemore was one of them, or no, it was somebody else. It wasn't Kent. Kent Bazemore is one of them, but there was another player that was a former Toronto Raptor that played with Freddie. That is a potential candidate for the last roster spot. And I can't remember who that player was, and if it comes to my mind, I will say it, but. Terence Davis in the last 2 years with the Sacramento Kings has been really good. 2021-22 season with the Kings, he averaged 10.4 points per game in 30 games and 11 starts. His 3-point percentage went a little bit down at 33%, and then I already went over his stats with the Kings this year. I think he's a good fit for the Rockets. He's a shooting guard / small forward. The Rockets kind of need another shooting guard, especially with Kevin Porter Jr. on his way out, and he's filling in what the Rockets are trying to improve on, defense and 3-point shooting. Ime Udoka wants those two things to get better this season for the Houston Rockets, and he's good at both of those things. I think he'd be a great addition for the Rockets. If I'm the Rockets, I'm calling up Terence Davis' phone up right now and bringing him on the roster for training camp, and maybe he even gets some good minutes for this Houston Rockets team if he plays well in training camp and preseason. I really like Terence Davis. I think he's a very underrated player in this league. You guys let me know your thoughts on the potential signing for the Houston Rockets, and peace out. Go Rockets.